gossip, local and global. Oh, celebrity gist.
I don't need to come close to it.
You can pull it to you.
The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1
Mike's
in
are going up.
collaboration with Verve.
Studio is live.
Rewarding
Studio
ways
silence,
to
please.
make payment.
Good morning, Lagos, and it's time for us to talk entertainment inside of the Grapevine. Grapevine 91 is brought to you by Verve, and it's on Smooth 98.1. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. It's time for us to give you some cheese.
Yes, and we're excited. Folu's joining us again this morning. Hi, Folu.
Good morning, Lagos. Hi, Valentine. How you doing?
I'm very well. You sound like you've had coffee.
I have had coffee, which I made
Yes.
myself, thanks to no one in the studio.
Oh, okay. All right. And we're joined by a special guest. His name is Idahams. His song is going to be reviewed. His video, actually, is going to be reviewed on the show. Idahams, welcome.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Don't be too familiar with us yet. Yeah,
Wow. It's 10 mornings.
Just one.
I'm open to anything.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, we started with the threats this morning.
No. I just so that when you finish
It's
saying
one
hello,
thing.
yes, and then
So
you're
it's not be
laughing.
like it was a trap.
Oh my God.
Guys, give you advance warning.
Idahams, don't shake it, right? Lagos, the number to send in your messages to is 0809 444 0981. That is our WhatsApp number for messages only. 0809 444 0981.
And then we're on Twitter at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag Grapevine981. And guess what? We're also streaming live on Facebook. So please, if you'd like to see Idahams in the studio, or you want to show some love to Folu, or just want to say hi to Valentine and me, then please go on Facebook and we're streaming live. Also, we'll take your comments from there. Later on, the video will be up on YouTube, so watch out.
All right. So the song is titled No One Else. It's a remix that Idahams collaborated with Tenny on. And just listen and let us know, right? That those media that's I'm talking about, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. That's where you can send in your comments about the songs or the video as you feel like. On this Grapevine 91 here on Smooth 98.1. So listen to the song No One Else, the remix, Idahams and Tenny. Wow.
Best line of the whole song.
That got me.
These are the facts right now.
Facts.
And that's what's happening out on the streets of Nigeria.
I thought that era had passed.
But not, I don't want to use your account for money. I mean,
Well, Folu, now that you started, let's go.
I think that I was shooketh when I first heard that.
Oh my God.
But listen, it's a very sweet sounding song. I think
Yeah.
it fits perfectly with the idea for it. Was this a song that you said was inspired a bit by the relationship between David and Chioma? It sounds like kind of sugar sweet.
I actually wrote it for the video.
Ah,
You did?
Yes, and he was wasting time. Now look at
You
this.
did not
sweet
pick your
song.
call.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think the video, because it really is about the video. I mean, I love Tenny on anything. I think she's quite a musical person, and clearly both of you gelled very nicely together. You can hear it. You know, it sounded like you had a good time recording it. But I love the video. Clients did a good job. Because I was looking at the bus stop. I was like, bus stops in Lagos never look so lit.
No.
This is so. Is this how
No,
people
but the
dance?
new bus stops though.
They just started using them.
They obviously for videos.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, so that was nice. I think I gave BRT a bit of a reputation boost there.
Yeah.
So
Well
maybe
done.
that'll become the scene for
Thank you
more
very much.
romance.
Thank
That's
you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Good eye.
Yeah, well, it's nice song. Tenny is such a good person to look at. Even on she's so funny. Her character shines through. You know, it's just
She's
looking at you.
interesting,
Yeah, but for you as well, though. Let me not take away from you because it's your song. Very visual. I love the colors. I was watching it. It was it's catchy. It's a nice. It was just dancing. The first. So when I saw the video, I watched the original first of all, and I think it's actually a nice idea. So I can compare it to the remix with Tenny. You know, and I wanted to ask you what you were doing with the girl on the beach.
It's just like more like a bro. The prodigal son that actually came back to his dad. Maybe I actually did some things that you know supposed to do. Like he actually coming back to her. Like change your ways, and it's not gonna be the same way like you left that. Like you just have to make up.
Okay.
Interesting. That's kind of
Don't cause the problem in the first place.
But I heard this was supposed to be out before February 14th.
Yeah,
yes?
but
for elections.
yeah.
Not Valentine's Day.
No.
Okay.
It's supposed to be out before even before Valentine's Day. But we're actually looking at the time factor election and people's attention will be on the election. If you're bringing out some way, it don't make sense. Just lose some time.
Very wise. Very wise.
And you're signed to Grafton Records.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
Something else I liked, so I have to mention, is the choreography. I like who did the choreography on the video.
I don't know. I made them. I think.
Sorted. Very good.
I will say one little bit of criticism. My concern for this song is that as delicious as it sounds very much like other songs in its sort of category and genre. This sort of because you write for Duncan Mighty, you've written songs for him before.
I wrote for Mr. Tuke.
Exactly, and I can hear that. I can hear the yes.
I'm a producer.
There you. This is why. So I mean, it's gorgeous. So you know what you're creating. You're very purposeful in how you're creating. What I'd like to see is how like you're going to distinguish a little bit more. A little bit more. I think.
All right. So where do we find your body of work? Like, are there songs you've done before that nobody has heard or it hasn't blown yet?
This is my third single.
Okay.
I released one, my first one on 2016. I Did Anything For You. It was produced by Orbit, and there's a video for it also, and I did Toast. It's a celebration song. When you've left the struggle, to the success, and you have to celebrate and make it.
That's nice.
So
That's
now
nice.
we are no one else. Since then, I did Mr. 2K's and God Can Bless Anybody.
Okay.
Featured on it too.
Okay.
We did that last year and came through this year. Then I had to put this. No one else, the original version, and although the attention that I got from the original version that gave me the boost, the ginger to go for the remix because of it had a lot of attention. People loved it, and people was the vibe, the massive support I got from it made me this song should just go like that. Tenny is a person I love. I love her vibe. I love her vocals. I love her. She's very talented. Although that we have a lot of talented persons in Nigeria, but when she did that, I got married, I fell in love with her, so I became a fan even before she got to the limelight, everybody started celebrating her. So only that.
So who approached you? Did you approach her, or did she jump on herself?
I thought of it. I decided, okay, I want to do this. Okay, my people, just go.
Management.
Yeah, management rather. Just move for it and
well done.
Port
Harcourt boy.
Yeah.
So Collins sent in a message here on WhatsApp for you. It says, Ayo, the way you and Val threaten guests on Grapevine these days, it's okay. Folu Ogunkeye. Meanwhile, Idahams, I hope I got that right. Yes, you did. What kind of lyrics? So which kind of lyrics be that? Laugh out loud. Nice song though. I like the sound.
No, just to clarify, people, so that we're not seen as terrorists. We're not trying to warn them off. It's actually just trying to make them comfortable and to manage expectations.
Right.
Don't let our highs fool you. That's all I was just trying to say.
And Ziggy from VI says, good morning guys. Folu!
Hey.
They said, no one else. Listen to the original, the song. This one is sweeter.
Oh.
Good feature.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll take a break. Let that song.
I have a
in.
comment here. Really important for us to read this one. Oh gosh. Okay. Joe Falomo says, "How can I join you in that studio? The sister in the round neck long sleeve top is pretty and angelic. You'll like to meet her. Folu songs, I think they are talking about you.
Please, let's take a break so we can address what's happening behind the scenes.
Please, let's do it.
Name is Shay Shay.
Yes.
You are
No, the guy wants to be in the studio.
You did not hear the music. How can I do that?
I can be in that studio. Yes.
When flower in your garden.
God just said, the Baba was just like, who is this name?
I can't.
Dead. Nah, bro, the sound is really nice. It's a really
Thank you
nice
very
sound.
much.
My concern is just with Make person know which one now who they sing. For you
Yes,
say,
no.
be like I don't come be like
Be
say, go just say, be like say, because they go hear the song.
No,
You
it
go
be like
enter.
say, be like say.
Yeah, that's why go enter, Sha.
Thank you.
I believe say go enter. That's it. You try.
In other news, Folu Pigeon is sweet to your mother.
Excuse me, you don't know me out in this street. Respect me.
I said, wow.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
sweet pigeon, that's.
So much. I mean, sophisticated ratchet. That's what I am.
Idahams has been in Lagos since.
Man, they also do his real hair, man.
Of course. Constant.
I swear, man.
Nice.
But it's cool, it's fun though. Because this is where the market is. So you have to just, if you're a lion, you have to share it. It can't be a lion
And you have to like.
and be in one small, town. Like, you can't conquer it.
You guys go.
You need to come out, like,
Enter the Zanga.
well, it's fun.
And become Tarzan.
Really?
I become Tarzan, man. That was loud.
I love now. Okay. I tell you.
Oh my god.
That's Lagos. It's a jungle out here.
So where from?
Hmm?
Where from?
But Ibadan. But Lagos go. Born and raised. Go to.
No, that the guy was admiring that lady.
Sweet talk.
Trust me, the
So
guy.
that there's
Lisa,
no
I
mistake.
wash my
You
face
even
morning and
described
night
it.
now.
Describe that the
Like
lady
he
with the
explained that
long
he
sleeve.
took time to
Turtle
analyze
neck.
it.
Like,
Like,
this is
describe
what
it.
I'm go backwards.
Let's
I
not
see, like-
even let's not even get it twisted. Let's not even make a mistake.
But you never can tell though, right?
No, it's not that one with the one with the
Point and kill.
Can see?
Like according to one catfish.
Really catfish. You are not catfish.
Sorry.
Point and kill. That's a mad poem,
I
actually.
tell you.
I love it. You guys, do we not have any of one? Let me
No, we
show.
don't. I know. I should get
Try
this.
to rectify, yeah. Try to rectify that. So there's some really mad bits and pieces. And they make for good liners.
Yes.
Just sit with OB to get it done.
Which one? What's that?
The liners, one has like a poetry album.
Okay.
So like some of them make very good liners. Like sometimes I play for those 2 minutes, those awkward time spaces, they're really good for that. So Titi's I Come From a Place. I have it on here, like it's so
she's a good.
and every time people hear it they're just like but just like this one and I'm sure she'll be cool with it. There are a couple of people like that have dope stuff. You can get if you call stuff as well.
Studio. We're back in.
Come here
Max
every
are up.
single time.
It is 8:30 and you're listening to Smooth 98.1. This is the Grapevine 981 as brought to you by Verve. In the studio we have Folu Storms.
Yay, good morning Lagos.
Good morning. We have a special guest, Idahams. Hi, Idahams. Welcome. Before the break, we actually listened to his song. The video was under review. No one else. The remix featuring Tenny. This time around, Lagos, let's listen to this song. It's titled Lagos Love by Ajibota22. He returns to the music scene with his mid-tempo jam, using daily drama in Lagos with its beauty to describe the love and feelings for a particular lady. I have a special liking for this one, but that shouldn't deter you from giving your honest opinion on this. Send it through to WhatsApp 0809-444-0981 or on Twitter.
On Twitter, it's at Smooth91FM. It's actually there. The link is there, so you can watch along with us as you listen to the show this morning.
All right, take a listen.
Just retweet the post from yesterday. Yes, the songs.
Classic. You be like plantain chips when I've been in traffic all day. You be like 100 liters when fuel scarcity done it. You be like never bringing life forward all night a day.
Studio, mics are up.
You be like
Can you relate, Folu?
See, there are too many of it. Just makes so much sense. I mean, it's awesome. Conductor, we get change. Wow, it's very exciting.
How often do you find that?
What is with Porto with they just feast now? Wow. No, I think Ajibota comes through.
Man, is that an idiomatic expression? I don't know what it's like, but it sounds very well, as in it's cool,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. No, it's
It's so
fantastic.
different. Like,
That's the thing, and I think this is where Ajibota really shines, because he's got a very good way with words. The scenes that he paints, you recognize them.
Yes.
You're like, I understand exactly what you are saying. It's a very interesting way to put it, but I get it 120%. It's nice to hear from him. He's been silent, I think, for a little bit of time. We do hear him on our occasional tracks, but this is a nice one. I like it. Lagos Love. Makes sense.
While he was singing, something that just jumped in my mind. I thought about traffic on. In fact, what I thought I would write in my lyric if I was going to do a remix to this song. I can't sing Lagos, so it's fine. But I said Third Mainland Bridge traffic on election day. I have this picture that I posted on Instagram yesterday, and that
I saw it.
That was Third Mainland Bridge
Without
around the Oshiki area, without traffic on Saturday. So yeah, Folu, you're very right. Ajibota just paints a very clear picture in your mind.
That's his signature. He has a way with words that makes not just you. It makes his song a listening experience. Like it's so beautiful.
It makes you want to keep listening.
Yes, you want to pay attention.
Where's the story going?
Yeah,
He's a good storyteller.
He is. That's the word. He's a good storyteller. I love listening to it. It catches you from the first line, so you want to finish it. So you're not just waiting for where's the hook on from the very first line. You love it. I love the part. He even talked about the traffic, and I'm like, if a man can love you like Lagos love, that love is complete.
He's a strong love.
He even said you come and meet you in traffic.
That is a strong
on redemption
love.
camp day.
I was like, no, it means you mean it. If you see, let me tell you something out there, because if your brothers and sisters are not coming to meet you in that traffic, let me tell you. So think, if somebody loves you like this, it's a very powerful love.
I know.
Very powerful.
Traffic.
So we have another thing added to the urban dictionary, Lagos love. So when you want to describe Lagos love, you actually have something to qualify it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, makes sense.
But Idahams, you really like the song?
I love it. Not like I love it.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You got me on this, man. Like, I wish it was my song, though.
So, question for you though. But when you hear these kind of songs, I mean, coming from Lagos artists, arguably so, does it give you what they call tension?
No.
Do you feel apprehensive?
No, it motivates me to work more.
Okay, so you relocated to Lagos from Port Harcourt?
Yeah, from Port Harcourt.
How's it been since then?
Oh, man, it's crazy, but it's fun. It's crazy, so very crazy. Like people here in Lagos, the way of life is so very different from what we had in Port Harcourt. Like, you see somebody telling you as in something, and you as in from his looks, you know that. I mean, this person means this thing, but in his heart, man, he's not feeling anything. It's just for the packaging. Like, no, seriously, I've met a couple of, not even couple, a lot of them. Like, man, packaging is what is happening in Lagos.
Yeah. Can say that again.
You package to make it.
You package to make it. Like, but see, I've learned a lot. Like everything about Idahams have changed. Like the way of writing, writing of songs, like man, I this song I've heard in my head now. Right? If I go back to studio, man. No, but seriously, when I hear good songs, it motivates me to do more.
Alright. Awesome. We have messages on WhatsApp.
Yeah, people responding to the song. Hey Folu, smiley, smiley, smiley. Hey. Got to love Ajibota 22. His sound, the way he delivers, his witty line never disappoints. That's my day. Now, Antonio Oladako says, heard this song sometime last week and I shazammed it immediately. Love it so much. Thank you, Toyin. Ugochukwu from Ikorodu said, Ajibota 22 is a legend. He constantly supplies me with pickup lines and this is the best of them all. Hashtag Lagos Love.
That is so true. Some guys are taking notes. Taya from Yaba says, good use of metaphor by Ajibota, unlike those other artists that have finished all the fruits to mean other things. As his English teacher, I score him 8 over 10. I keep the remaining to your mean. We have messages on our Facebook stream. Ugu Harry says, wow, first time viewing you guys live. Nice songs you guys are playing. Thank you, Ugu Harry. And Jesu Joba Popola said, top of the morning to you guys. I love the video of that song, No One Else. And Folu on Man of Her Dreams. Oh, okay. And Folu on Man of Her Dreams. Oh yeah, the TV series. Yeah. Awesome stuff. Abu Sadiq Abdul says, hashtag Folu, I cite you. Awesome. Candy, I like where you're sitting. That's right in front of the camera. Alright, let's get into the story, shall we? So can we talk about this? I don't know if this is news, but Desmond Elliott won. Yeah, congratulations to him. Yes.
I want to say something, but I think
Also
I should not
really-
say it.
Why?
Please say it.
You
Please
say
go
it.
ahead and say it.
So I said, okay, I won't, it's not me that is saying this one.
Okay.
But many people said
Denial.
that, many people said on Twitter that, so maybe we're going to commission, maybe we're going to commission,
Toilet.
no, we will upgrade now, from toilet bathroom to add something else to it. I'm not, I didn't say this, I'm just reporting what the good people on Twitter said.
This was a landslide victory. I put some respect on his
So
name.
people needed toilets, obviously.
No, but people do. We laugh, I think, but basic plumbing. I mean, think about how many times you are afraid of drinking water because you don't know where next. Excuse me. If you can develop the infrastructure so everybody has toilets in Lagos, you have done your work.
Right.
Let me tell you something. But other than that, I know that it's very easy to criticize, but it's not easy to get up and put yourself in a position of authority or responsibility and to try and do something. If everyone is criticizing, how many people went to vote? Let's think about it. Thanks.
All right, so let's move on. Talk about Yvonne Jegede, another Nollywood actor. She admits that her marriage crashed many months after the birth of her son Xavier. She said that she had been having problems, marital problems with her spouse, or now ex, Abounds, and for 16 years they've been, or rather, her career has been spanning 16 years. Well, by the time she decided to get married as friends, and they had a good relationship leading up to that, but months into the pregnancy, issues surrounding her marriage or marital problems just crept up. But she's sharing this story in an interview with one of the some reporter, and she bears it all. Your thoughts?
I mean, bless her for feeling like she for deciding to share this information with us. I do feel for people in the public eye, this idea that someone's difficulties in life have become entertainment. I don't think that she owed us this explanation. I don't think that she really owes anybody this sort of long discussion and story of paternity issues or otherwise. It's a private life, and like in anyone's private life, thank goodness, we don't have reality cameras following us around. We all have to deal with very difficult things, and I can only imagine how difficult it is to deal with a marriage that if you come to a place in your marriage where you decide that it just isn't working anymore. That's a tough thing to deal with. Not to talk of having to share that with people. So I thank her for sharing. Best of luck. I hope she can just kind of move on.
Yes.
One thing I really like about this report is that she said something about him not being a mistake. One thing that some people tend to do when a relationship breaks down is that you start to badmouth the other person. I really like that she took the high road with this one and just said, it was not a mistake, things just broke down, but he was, her friend when they got married. It didn't change the person she thought it was before, things fell apart. So good one right there. Thank you so much for not bashing him because things have gone
You're spot on, because when people do that, I'm like, yeah, but you chose me. So I think maybe look at yourself. Stop criticizing other people so much.
Well, I love what she said because you know people with their energy when they're angry. She said even if they've gone separate ways, she's a good person.
It's good energy.
Not every lady will do that.
Right.
Not any human being will do that.
Rather.
And I like how she debunked rumors of cheating before they ever came up, because that would have been the first one of the first suspicions that people would have
People were
raised.
already mentioning it. They already brought it up.
Imagine that.
Trust.
That's
Internet.
That's what causes every marriage should break up, cheating. All right, let's move on to talk about Yanya. So, Yanya granted an interview and accused Ubi Franklin of, cheating him out of a deal, said he never signed to a contract, he was never part of the Triple MG ownership, but Ubi Franklin brought out the papers. He exposed the checks.
There's nothing I like more than documented evidence. You see, Yanya has to be careful because he just salted. When you just salt bay your story, I think that's what happened, and he didn't expect Ubi to go in this direction. Now, Yanya had actually said, and there's a quote here where he says, because at the time I thought I co-owned Made Men with Ubi, but I later realized that my name was not on any of the forms, and that was the beginning of me just saying to heck with everything. Ubi said in a small letter before he then released these screenshots, said, you know what, I always wait for both sides to tell the story. Here's to proving I lied. I've never fought with anyone I worked with, dated, or married publicly, and I swore never to do that. Then he releases not just screenshots of the
CAC
settlement
papers.
agreement. There is, unless Yanya says this is forged, there's a signed document here of Yanya resigning as a director. There's also the form CAC 7, which is the directors of the company.
Yes.
And his name is there. There's the number of shares. There's an email, between the two where it's like, bro, are you sure you want to sign this document?
Text messages as well to back them
I
up.
was like, Ubi was savage with this, like dates from 2016. So you can't say So don't go out and say, even if what you want to say is maybe not on all the papers I thought.
Yeah.
That's a different story to saying my name was not on the papers. You're a director. And then you can see yourself resigning. So be careful what you say is what I want to tell people, because you may want public sympathy, but this has damaged your reputation more than it's helped it. You know, for however bad a person people believe that Ubi may be, because he has aspersions that have been cast on his character. At least with his business, he came correct.
Very correct. And I was very surprised. And
he said,
like you mentioned,
the other's house.
you know, you keep talking about the fact that even though you're in entertainment and it's seen as an informal industry, but now people are taking it very, very, very seriously. And like you said, we have to be careful, particularly celebrities and public figures, what you say. Even if it's a careless statement, you will take responsibility for that. And I think this is a lesson for anyone out there who would go out and maybe you wouldn't think the word would go out as far as, you know, or Ubi would respond in that way.
Right.
So brilliant. And again, record keeping, please.
Very
New
important.
artists, you've already established. Keep your records.
Have your screenshots on standby.
Before you guys go so hard on Iyanya, perhaps the guy forgot. Perhaps.
That's what I'm
Come to
saying.
consider
No need
that.
to talk. See, this talk
Just
is not by
mind what you
force.
just have to mind
Don't mind what you
mind what you
say.
say. Like,
Especially when you put other people's names in your mouth.
some things are
Because
better not say. Like, just fool yourself. Calm down.
Idahams, you say is correct.
Everybody has been betrayed.
Everybody.
Readers have been betrayed.
Yes.
It's not easy out there on the streets, man. Dupe from Surulere sent in a message here on WhatsApp, says, I reside in Surulere and Desmond Elliott has not been present. Thoroughly disappointed with the performance in the first term. I actually did not vote for him, but I hope that he does more and be more present as a grassroots leader, he said.
I hope so too.
Nah,
Organize your people, make them come out.
Genius.
Because, you know, it's only 15,000 votes you used to win. Surulere has more than that. Living there.
Yeah.
Let's think about it.
But yeah, it goes to show how many, like you mentioned,
The
how
number
many
of people
came out
that
to vote.
don't show up, just complain in our house.
My Biggie from K2 says that Ajibota is a killer with palm wine music. It's a vibe. Follow the wise one. I signed you with 6D glasses. Jegede still have the Gandhi effect of marriage. God help Asha.
Ah, wow.
I don't know what that means.
Am I?
But I just going to don't need to explain.
Just
Just
don't need
I wanted to help.
Wow,
her.
that's harsh.
otherwise.
Emma from Akoka says, Ajibota with the words, the metaphors and everything I like. Living in Lagos is a work experience that is my CV, but loving Lagos that much is a whole mood. Uncle Shuku. What? Uncle Shu Kuku schedule.
Uncle Shu Kuku schedule.
Oh, wow. Schedule an English masterclass, make we show. Follow on her dream man though. Great series, mommy. If you do not give us, how we go collect? Interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, as man of a dream.
I know,
Okay.
yeah, that's what we talk.
I'm not having dream man. Don't be putting false news, fake news out in the atmosphere. Please don't sound like
Alright, so I loved the way Dari spoke about this, but Nigerian singer Dari Atalade advised the winner of Lagos State governorship election, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He asked him in a tweet pretty much to restore sanity to the states by taking off his campaign posters and billboards first. Now his tweets simply
Please, just
reads,
help us repeat. Yes.
simply reads, first thing Sanwo-Olu needs to do once he resumes office is to rid Lagos of all the campaign posters and paraphernalia. Restore some sanity. Very simple.
Just look up for that again.
Yeah,
Sir, clean the posters.
I'm telling you.
Remove all the floating balloons. Remove the standing obstacles. Remove the flags. There are a lot of things to do.
Yes, so many.
Reminding them.
I think it would take at least 9 months.
Well, no, not
It's
that
a
long.
lot. It's a lot. Of
It's
stuff.
a lot.
Well, are
honestly,
you in
but-
this Lagos that I am?
No, yes, no. You remember how we started this show this morning? I was particularly disturbed.
Yes,
When we get to
yesterday.
August, let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Do you know? Okay, so I saw I saw it on Instagram, his post, and he was asking if you agree. Say yes. I'm in caps and very long. Yes. Because you know, jokes aside, it is a health and safety hazard. In the morning when you're driving, particularly when it's rained overnight or there's been a storm, you will see some of them have fallen down, and if people are not paying attention, you can have an accident. And like what Val was saying, that on the roundabout in Ikoyi,
On Bodilon Road,
Bodilon
on the
Road,
medians.
that you can't see the
It's a
other
problem.
side.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
a problem.
because they're
So
blocking.
if
And the promotion was.
That's what I just want to say. Listen, congratulations, Mr. Governor.
If Zalati is actually.
He would have blown everywhere, but he has blown everywhere in Nigeria. Let's be honest, he has. And so I just want to say that we appreciate the zeal with which you pushed yourselves in our faces. Please use that same zeal to make sure that Lagos runs effectively, especially for young people who are your majority.
Yes.
We are the masses, the whole country, but most definitely in Lagos. Please help us, sir.
Help us.
Thank you.
And let that sink in while we take this break. The Grapevine 91 is brought to you by Verve. Say.
If for nothing else, I had to go out and not vote in that direction because I was like, these.
No, yeah, he lost my vote.
I was
to
like,
that,
this is.
and I said it
It
very
was
well.
too much. It was
Ridiculous.
Yesterday,
It's like every day you wake up, eat some, eat some.
It was popular than it's getting so popular than even Buhari.
No, somebody said
It's very popular.
Lagos and
It's-
Buhari's one.
So much money was spent on this
somebody, a
campaign.
famous person, a famous celebrity actually said, if I can have half
Of this
the
budget.
promo that
I swear.
Folu,
And it was-
And his
They
response, to be
didn't
fair,
get
yeah.
the confidence they needed to push.
I don't
Like
think
they
he
wanted
got the
people,
confidence.
they wanted people
No, it
to
wasn't the
believe that he's the man.
confidence. No, it wasn't that.
It was just to
Initially-
overwhelm. You know, top of mind awareness does something. That's what we used to promote all the music.
Yes.
It's promotion.
You know,
And once
Ambode
you
already
flood people with
was
that,
It
like,
was over.
we already thought somebody was.
Yeah.
I've
so
never
they
seen
needed
it
to
like
counter that, like make
I'm
him
telling
like
you,
he's the
we saw
man.
somebody
Wash
on
our
that
minds,
long
eh,
before.
To
That's what
me,
they're doing.
in his
But he didn't
defense,
walk.
to be fair, he said because I know that BBC interviewed him, was it CNN, that asked that, listen, but what are the campaign funds? You spend so much money on this stuff. He says, no, it's not me. That I'm not up to a third of
Yeah,
the people out there.
pathfinders.
Of the other. I said, who are these pathfinders?
Yes,
that have not existed in this Lagos
I want
before
to-
your camp.
I want to know who the pathfinders are.
Because by the time
Another
they
thing-
start awarding contracts,
Yes,
we need
no,
to
apart
be-
from
we need to
why,
know.
why are you so interested in spending your life earnings to
On
promote
one man.
one man?
I said, please, this pathfinder money, come and use it for Lagos. The road has been bad
Right.
since.
Can
You have the
imagine?
money. Help
No,
us.
initially I thought it was that Ojai, not Ojai, but you know when you want to do your enemy, like
Yes.
now put. But afterwards, I thought no, this was beyond that
It was
because
beyond
it was almost ridiculous.
It was
But
It was
the
terrible.
good side of it was that I actually respected the fact that he took us that seriously and he didn't take it for granted that it's APC and we win.
True.
Studio, mics are up. So it's a mix and mash of music, politics, entertainment, just in general. Lagos, you're listening to The Grapevine. It's brought to you by Verve here on Smooth 98.1 with Folu, Idahams joining us in the studio as well. Ayo and myself are here. Valentine, that's my name.
We are here.
All right, Lagos, let's talk about who else is excited about Jennifer Lopez getting engaged. I was gonna say divorced, but then I just remembered. I don't know.
Wow,
that
this is so harsh.
was there on my lips.
That's
but
so
then,
harsh. I mean, I saw the picture and I was like, oh, aren't they already engaged? Okay, cool. Nice one, Jill. And that's how I felt. I mean, this will be her fourth marriage.
Right.
I know that they dated for 2 years, and she kept it that long because obviously, no one wants to keep going in and out of these situations. Even though, unfortunately, one could say that that's a little bit what's happened for her. I mean, best of luck to them. Like I said, I already thought they were engaged. In fact, in my mind, they're already married. So, cool.
Somebody
It's
was
a big
really
win.
shocked when they found out how old she is. 49 years old.
Right,
She's
yeah,
still
yeah.
looking
Almost
hot.
Tensioning all the teenagers in
Almost
life.
50. Do you know the thing about celebrity relationships is that you carry us along so much that we feel we are part of the relationship. So when you break up, we are also heartbroken.
Yes.
Now we've done this 3 times, particularly the last one with McAnthony. I'm just like, oh how so she went back to her roots. Oh my days, she's finally found it.
Yes.
Had twins and then it broke up. So it's a bit difficult to muster that excitement again because it's like we all
You
went
feel
through
like you've
this
been hurt too many
yeah.
times.
But
Can't
So
do
when
this
I
again.
said, I was like, I'm not going to be invested.
I'm sure that's how she feels looking. You know what
But I don't think it's fair on the guy, on Alex Rodriguez.
Why? This is
Because we're not mentioning his name.
They mentioned
Everybody's talking about
They
J-Lo.
mentioned
No,
J-Lo,
it's
like, cool, congratulations.
No, let's not even lie about it about J-Lo.
Yeah,
Alright.
but that's because J-Lo also helped his image because A-Rod was, he left baseball a little bit in disgrace. He was a drugs cheat, quote unquote. I know Americans take this very, very seriously. If it was Russian, I'd be like, they would just be like, it's cool, bro.
You're Russian,
I'm
that's
sorry,
right.
I'm sorry for that. That was like a wider joke.
Uh-huh.
But A-Rod, it's really worked out for him because now he's a TV star.
Yeah.
Now he's with America's Sweetheart. It's a nice little fairy tale. So I guess they need the ring to complete the fairy tale. I wonder if they're going to rush this marriage. I hope that the same way they have taken 2 years.
I hope they take their time,
Yes,
honestly.
Take your time. Take your time. It's not a rush. Take
And
your
marriage
time.
is not about age. It's not about, you mustn't marry somebody who's young.
Yes. So let's talk about Michael Jackson. This is what I want to talk about.
Oh, that Drake boycotted his song.
Because I need to talk about the whole Michael Jackson issue. I'm very distressed.
So Drake said he's not going to be featuring Michael Jackson's song, this collaboration that he did with him on his next tour.
So listen.
Just touch.
Listen, I know that what I'm about to say is a very unpopular opinion right now because this is the era of Me Too and it's the era of wanting to tear down icons. It's the era of let us, burn the earth and you scorch the earth and sand it and salt it as well. I think that this cancel culture is a bit deep, especially. I think it's tough when you're looking at the legacy of someone who fought this for a good portion of his adult life, for whom there are many, as much as there are now these two other people that have come back out, one of whom Wade Robson denied twice before in a court of law that he was ever touched or molested by Michael. Then it comes out to put forward a whole documentary, which in his career he profited off Michael, saying that he was he learned from him, he did all this stuff, and we have to factor that in. We've also got to factor in the testimony of all these other children who said, listen, Michael never touched me. They're adults now and they're still saying the same thing. That yes, the description of the house, the description of what things are like, you may want to call it strange, but that's who he was. And I think that there is a growing desire to just rip things apart. And I know because a lot of people have been hurt. There are a lot of people there are a lot of adults who are dealing with injuries from their past, who were molested as children, who we've been taught to be silent about, don't speak. And I love that people are finding the courage to speak up, and I think that we must speak up. If you've gone through that sort of abuse, an issue, speak up, but with the aim of healing, with the aim of trying to fix a society that allows such things to happen, with the aim of helping people be better, not just with the aim of let's destroy everything inside. Because I was hurt, I'm going to hurt everybody. I think it's so sad that even in his death, it cannot be a rest in peace situation. Even then,
profiting from it. But
last, they're still making more.
I know, but unfortunately, we're done with the show though.
I know, that's why I had to talk about this.
Oh, we're done? No, but I have to read this. Sorry, just this post, please. Remove posters, care. The guy don't begin put thank you posters already. Oh, no. We shall wait a long time before Lagos go free for some whole new posters. Alright. Thank you, Godwin.
How do we connect with you on social media?
You can reach me on social Instagram, official Idahams, on Twitter, official Idahams, on Facebook, official Idahams, and on Snapchat, official Idahams, official everything.
So IDAHAMS.
Yeah. Okay. X for school. The X is for school.
Because you're adding for that to Idahams, so fully plug up.
Oh yes, guys. So a lot of interesting things have been happening for me. Man of Her Dreams is up on YouTube, but also on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting about my trip to Qatar. My travel diaries is coming up. Nice. It was quite an experience. Do check it out. And last but not least, happy birthday to my lovely cousin Baron.
Happy birthday,
Baron, happy birthday.
Alright, we're still sticking around. I am myself, Valentine, here for the top of the hour conversation Lagos with you. It's called Lagos Talks 981. Picking one of the most topical stories that were discussed earlier in the show. Alright, the Grapevine 981 was brought to you by Ver. Good morning.
Grapevine on the Smooth Breakfast Show.